Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Live from Columbus, Ohio, it's Motown Downtown.
Motown Downtown, come on down to Motown Downtown.
Today's guest, Best Spuds.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
My name is Tyson Bruno, and here's your host, Mo Chocolate.
Come on down to Motown
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Motown Downtown, where we are here to make sure that you have a wonderful time and the greatest time. That's right, yes. So, before we begin with today's episode, one quick update real fast. So, regarding the show next week, there will not be an episode. Why? Because I am going to California. I'm going to the Game Awards next week, so no show next week. But after that will be the season finale of Motown Downtown Season 3. Well, we have a special guest lined up, so stay tuned till the very end of the show to see who the next guest will be. All right. With that out the way, let's welcome today's guest, shall we? Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in Motown Downtown history, we brought back a guest. Not one, not two, but 4 of them. I love them so much, I asked them to bring back that cringe-worthy comedy we all know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only Kyle, Laura, Dan, and Nikki, the one and only Best Buds!
Hi, buddy.
Hi!
Thank you for calling us cringeworthy.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, he's pretty spot on.
Nick, excuse me, can you please tilt your headset? I can't hear you through your microphone. Thank you.
What about now?
Wow!
Better.
Nikki went and got himself a new mic. That's pretty awesome.
2,
I
3.
sound
What
okay?
mic is that, Nick?
This one?
Yeah, is that
This is actually a
X22?
Lips Xbox 360 microphone.
Yeah, Bluetooth.
Bluetooth, correct.
Love it.
Lights up sometimes.
Do y'all see why I invited him back onto the show? The comedy has already begun. This is why I love y'all to death. But yes, thank y'all for coming back to the show. So nice. I had to bring you back twice. Love it. Yes. So for anyone watching right now who has no idea who you are, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, and each of you tell me one fact about yourself.
I have a lot of microphones. I'm Nick.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I am Dan, and I like shoes, and I go to the gym, but probably not.
Incredible.
What are we playing? 2 truths and a lie?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
The
Laura.
lie's the gym. Yeah.
I go to the gym more than Dan. I'm the girl.
Boo.
Oh, shut up, Kyle. You have nothing.
Yeah.
Eat me. You're right. I'm not interesting at all.
No.
I'm Kyle. I have nothing interesting to say about myself. I hate Dan. I hate Nick more. Laura's here too.
Yeah.
Bland.
You know what? I will say my interesting fact is I'm the only one of us who's never actually met Mo in person.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
Very true. Very true.
so
You
sad.
sound a lot like
honestly.
that guy Laura likes. What was it? Hershey Warsaw?
Don't.
No?
No,
Nick-
you're trying to do a thing. It's not working.
Yeah. Don't bring our streams into Mo's stream.
people.
Don't muddy the waters. This man's a professional.
Well, Kyle, hopefully one of these days we will make that dream a reality of meeting high-fiving in person. Yes, so that's who you guys are, but what's your channel name by any chance? For those us watching who has no idea your channel's name.
We
go.
are,
I
we're
just
the best
found that
buds.
thing. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
The Best Buds, yes! Yeah,
As you can tell, we never talk over each other.
Yeah, give
No.
them a follow, y'all. Link in the description below. Love these guys to death. So for anyone who who also wants to know, how did we meet? Because this is like your favorite story to tell, my favorite story that y'all ever made. Also, how did this friendship start? Tell the lovely people watching and whoever wants to tell.
So fun
Yeah.
story about that, actually, Mo. Last night we streamed. We were playing Yakuza.
Nice.
And we brought up this story verbatim. And Dan was the one that was the keeper of the tale.
Do you want to
So-
tell it again, Dan?
Oh, sure. I can retell a tale, I suppose. So,
Go for it, Gerald.
Myself and Nick and Laura were at MagFest, and we were waiting in line to see a Game Grumps panel, which was a multiple-hour line, and we encountered a wild Mo in a line next to us, and he was very outgoing. Eventually started singing karaoke and making others sing karaoke with him. But yes, we met him very quickly, and he introduced himself as Mo Chocolate, and we were like, that's a cool name. Where did it come from? And he was like, well, my name's Mo, and I like chocolate. And we were like, okay, that's great. Love it.
That's
And that was
quick and to the point. I love it. Yes, that's who would have thought waiting in line would lead to all this twice. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty awesome. Yes. So
Just a bit to add to that, if I may.
yeah.
I got so many street passes on my 3DS that day. I just want people to see our age.
Oh my God, yeah.
What
What was that?
You remember the 3DS
2014?
when you would pass somebody and it would give you it'd be like, oh, you passed this and you get the puzzle piece. That was like one of the first big years where they did that, and every person I passed, it was like, you have 3,000 puzzle pieces this year.
Or you
And
could
then
use
Nick-
them as adventurers in your little like adventure save the princess game.
Yeah. Adventure
Yeah.
Town.
And then Nick was like, I wish I had this many friends in real life.
Oh,
Oh.
I really wish I had a hot dog right now.
It's like
guys remember all those
I don't want to
microphones.
say anything. I just have the camera on y'all, and you just go. Even
I
when
know
we
that.
were even when we were quiet, y'all were just making each other laugh. This is why I love y'all so much.
Oh
Seriously.
my goodness.
What I was thinking was, I really wish that you recorded the quiet portions, like, to let everyone in a little inside baseball for the Mo Chocolate stream. There's
Yeah.
during the countdown portion, we're all still here, but we can't talk, and we're all just like making stupid faces and doing dumb shit to make each other laugh. And I think it'd be a brilliant idea if, without saying anything, Mo just recorded everybody doing that, and then you made like a clip show at some point of just everybody silently being idiots. I think that'd be hysterical.
Well,
Play the what is the ragtime music in the background?
Nick, can you adjust your mic a little bit?
Sped
please?
up.
Oh, sorry.
honestly, it sounds
Thank
fine. It's fine to me. We've
Thank
had
you.
some mic issues before starting, but honestly, it sounds good. It sounds good to me.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
of course. I got a. Look at how many I have.
I,
Do you need more?
it's definitely
Yes.
we've never had a guest with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mics. Just saying. And he's grabbing more.
And he's gone. He has to go get more steak sauce.
Yeah,
He's a professional.
we'll just admire his anime collection and the background and his amiibo collection as well.
There we go.
There it is.
Mics,
Seven.
mics on
Seven.
mics on mics on mics.
8. That's 8 microphones.
8 mics. It's like you go to Sesame Street and be like, how many mics? 8 mics. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
8
This-
mics and not
used to
one thing to say.
We used to play a lot of karaoke games back in the early 360 days. This was before we had a channel, I'm pretty sure. This is just a
Oh,
thing that we
yeah.
would do occasionally.
We would never
Um,
record that. That's embarrassing.
No, extremely. But I was gonna say, like, of course, my house was at the time was the designated. Let's go to Nick's house and play the karaoke game, because my mom didn't give a shit. We could just be loud and shitty all night, and she could sleep through it. Oh, that woman was a saint.
Thanks, Nikki's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bless
But
Peggy.
yeah, so my first
Bless
question is,
Oh, right.
y'all haven't, we have a show to do. But yeah, so y'all, if y'all don't know, we've had these lovely people on the show before for season 2. If you haven't seen that, there you go. That's the episode for season 2. Yeah, and so
nice.
it's been 1 year later. Now we're in season 3. What do y'all think of the intro, the new set? What do you think?
I love what you've done with the place. Couch looks cozy. I'm
Very
wondering what's in
cozy.
that mug, however, and will you be feeding it to all of us?
It's whatever
Oh.
it's whatever you want it to be, darling. Whatever drink you want it
Say.
to be.
Just ask Nick to go and grab it. He's the closest.
Oh,
I'm
that's
very close.
Yeah, grab.
Although I'm
Reach for it,
extremely-
Nikki. Reach for it, Nikki.
I'm extremely jealous of your microphone. I really wish I had a gray one. I have a lot of different ones, but
Yeah?
no gray ones.
It's been through many. It's been through a lot. And this keyblade right here also. I'm a big fan of it as well. And the nighttime sky in the back. Love it.
Yes, it's
Very
beautiful.
cute.
Great
beautiful
ambiance.
moon. Yeah, it's great.
Love it. Love the plants. I'm jealous.
Yeah,
Want
you
a
got 2. Laura
monstera
can only
for
afford
myself.
1.
I know. I don't have the budget for that kind of set work yet. So sad.
But yeah, so
just got a
the
cozy
next
office
question
behind me.
is just like, since y'all been on the show last year, what's new? What any life changing things happened since you've been on the show?
Personally or for the channel?
All
Both,
of the
'cause you're gonna
above.
say both.
I assume yes.
What have we been doing with our channel?
I think
do
we
we
looked
do?
at each other
We've
a
been getting
couple
less and
times.
less views.
We bought a
That
new
is
computer.
Monster Prom's not as
since-
popular as it used to be.
Since the last time we were here, we have obtained at least 70 streams where Mo comes in and asks us to play Cuphead.
Yes.
Very true.
Still
Yes.
haven't done.
And
So
that
true.
that may or may not be one of the questions here. Just saying. But carry on.
We continue to
let's see,
fail
what
him.
We continue to fail him. This is true.
Mhm.
I
You
think
said, you
we've,
said your birthday was next month, Mo?
Yes.
Well, maybe on your birthday we'll play Cuphead.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That would make me so fucking happy. It would.
I
Only that,
can't
but I'll
make
even
the
play
promise.
Jump King too.
I can't make the promise that we'll be able to get it on your birthday, but we'll give you a birthday celebration at least.
Hell yeah. Well, I
We all
can
got to
just.
be able to get together and figure something out.
I can just like erase that question off the board real fast and carry on, please.
No, I think we not by a lot because we're fairly consistent in what we do, but I think channel-wise, we've been a little bit more reliable on streaming because since the inception of our channel, we've done 3 YouTube videos a week.
Nice.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've always done that. But we've been ever since the pandemic. I think we've kind of kicked up our Twitch content a little bit more. So we reliably stream at least once a week, sometimes 2, but not always. But I think when we did your show last time, we were mostly just YouTube. So we've done a little bit more streaming here and there.
Okay, okay. And so anything like personal things change at all? Like new place, new consoles, interest gained, anything since you last been here?
I got a tattoo of my cat.
Where?
Show them.
Oh, right there.
That is a
goofy.
a nice kitty tat.
Yeah.
It's a great picture of Kevin. That's all that's been new in my life.
After years of badgering, got Laura to play Breath of the Wild and then eventually Tears of the Kingdom, and now it's like her favorite thing.
Oh my god.
Yes.
It literally changed her life.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying the game, Laura?
I beat both of them after
Ama-
like
Oh, I still haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom.
a collective 1,000 hours between all of them, I think.
Oh man,
It's crazy.
oh
if I
man,
could erase my memory and go back and play it
it's
again, I
so
would.
good, isn't it? It's so
Immediately.
fucking good,
Mhm.
right? I love
It's
that
so
game.
good.
Yep. Finally found my end because Laura said, "Yeah, I started Elden Ring. I kind of like it, but it's way too hard." I was like, "Well,
Yeah. He was
Breath
kicking
of
the
Wild
shit out of
is
me.
easier, less dark Elden Ring. Here you go."
Pretty much.
Mhm.
It's kind of more dark than Elden Ring. There's an entire underground in Legend of Zelda, Kyle.
Oh,
We're talking
So
about
spooky.
Breath of the Wild, Nicholas.
there's
Oh.
there's that
Well, that makes
Elden
sense.
Ring. Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
There is? I never got there.
Howard.
It's
I know you
stars. It's
That's
stars.
right.
We saw you play.
Well, what I want to know now, Laura, is since you like finished Tears, what was like your favorite armor set? Knowing you, I feel like you had Link naked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what was the slutty one that you got for the
The
thunder
desert?
situation? The one with like the horn and it's like
Yeah.
a crop top and a
Yeah,
skirt.
the dragon.
Oh,
one,
with the
thunder
Yeah.
dragon one.
Yes. That one's so good. And the frost one with like the open back. Really classy.
I
Chef
love
kiss.
it. I love it. So my next question is, so what do y'all do to prepare for an interview of this caliber? Like, what do y'all do to prepare yourself for?
I think I can answer that one.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Nick.
go for it.
Before I
Mhm.
interrupt.
I forgot about the interview and I was watching Young Sheldon, and then Laura texted me, so I came running. Sorry,
So he
I like
he
that.
had to throw that in there. Nick has been trying to make young Sheldon a thing.
Singa,
Nick's
Laura.
Weeks.
obsession is young Sheldon.
Weeks.
It's kinda
2
creepy.
weeks?
Yeah.
I don't know. Mo, are you a fan of young Sheldon?
Sheldon.
That would make Nick Googling it right now.
Nick has been subtly like dropping young Sheldon hints in every conversation he's had for weeks. And finally on our last stream, I just called him out on it. I was like, "Nicholas, I acknowledge that you're doing the thing here. No one's gonna talk to you about young Sheldon."
No,
I-
but he's still fishing.
I
Oh,
do
yeah,
this
every
anytime I can see that, but no one knows what I'm watching. But Kyle, unfortunately, has seen 3 episodes of Young Sheldon, so he understood
great
when I
of
made
you.
a reference.
That's fair.
So
I
it's been like this for weeks.
To actually answer your question, Mo, I don't know if we do too much to prepare for interviews, other than, I mean, and I don't mean to speak for everyone unless it's correct, try our best not to interrupt each other and talk over each other, because we are very, very good at that. And I kind of just like to wait and see who talks first before I just immediately chime in, because I talk a lot and I don't shut up. So I think that would be like my best preparation.
Okay.
He's
I think
valid.
The other most important part of preparing for an interview of this caliber, because of all things we've done, Motown Downtown is by far the most prestigious. I think
I said the
the
C word last time.
a lot of times. I think the most important way to prepare is to make sure you have as many microphones as possible.
Mhm.
That way
So
everyone can hear
true.
you. Yeah.
Well, I should go get the chart.
Yeah, I made sure my phone was charged this time and
There
is
you go.
charging. So
Hell yeah.
Another important one is to make sure you don't have anything in your eyes, Daniel.
Yeah.
Your
remains to
eye
be
is
seen.
fine this time, right, Dan? Can you confirm to the audience that your eye is
can
okay
confirm
this time?
that I am not having any reactions to any sunscreen that may or may not have melted into my eyes last time.
That's
why
good.
were you wearing sunscreen last time, by the way? It is night.
Well,
Clearly.
Kyle and I were at our outside summer job the last time we did this, and it probably was from glistening sweat residual goo
Oh.
that just
Like any of that.
dropped into my eye holes, and it hurt.
Hmm.
Bro, you
moved
gotta
on from
protect
that
the eye
sunscreen.
holes. That's a freaking fact, man. You gotta protect, out of all the holes in your body, that's the one you have to protect the most, man. Protect them
I
eye
understand.
holes, seriously.
Dude, look at me. I burn quickly. I gotta make sure my eyes are properly sunscreened.
Yes.
I think one of the biggest things that we had to do to prepare Mo is make sure Dan wasn't banned from the Mo Chocolate channel.
Yeah, that's...
Yes.
Yeah, which one of you mods banned Dan from my Discord? Because I legit did not
Good
know
job.
that. We are like trying to get Dan in my Discord. He's like, Mo, I'm banned. I'm like, you're banned? Why?
He's sending me links for a half hour.
How
I'm like, dude,
long?
I'm clicking on them. It's not working. So I went to my
So-
PC and it was just like, you can't join. You are banned. I'm like, and that was it.
I just want to know
cried.
for how
So
you've
funny.
been banned and didn't notice.
This entire
Well, 'cause
time, a
we-
whole year.
That's probably
We know
why
you've
I
been here
didn't see it.
before.
Right. That's probably why I
Yes.
didn't see it on the side, because we used to play like Among Us and stuff together
Yeah.
on your stream. So I was like, you know what? Why aren't I in that anymore? That's why someone banned me. So thanks.
That's so funny.
Well, as you guys can clearly see now, he's unbanned, so he is back in, yes. But I feel like maybe because you were some mod was offended by your eye rubbing or something, and that's why you were banned.
It
He
is-
thought it was a sign.
It is concerning. Yes, I understand.
Yeah. Whoever bans Dan again, I'll buy Nitro for, though. Just saying.
I agree.
If you can find out a
I'll
way to
double
ban
it.
him from the Best Buds channel too, that'd be great.
Or if you
Double
end
it and
up
give
just
it to the next
muting me in
person.
the middle of the stream, because then
Pretty much.
Mo's a classy man. He gets it.
Also, Nikki, I see you're sponsored by AI Sauce, apparently.
I
A1.
wish I could get a sponsorship by AI Sauce. This is boring A1 sauce. Like AI Sauce, that shit is fucking mwah. I cannot. A1
wonder-
on the other hand goes good on steak.
I wonder what
Mm.
AI steak sauce.
That being said, I wasn't full of shit, Kyle. I did get my steak.
Is that real steak, or did you render that?
Well,
Mm.
all right. So
Hmm?
you kind of caught me on that one, Laura. This is
Yeah.
actually AI steak sauce, and this is pre-rendered steak.
Did you ask ChatGPT to make that for you?
Yes.
Nasty.
I didn't think I'd get caught. I was gonna post it as my own steak.
Chat GPT grilled pork tenderloin.
Mhm.
Grill me
Yes,
a
please.
steak.
Hashtag
Good.
grill the spuds, pretty much.
Oh, please do.
That's
Yeah.
just every time we record.
That's
So-
our favorite thing about our channel is when we get hate comments.
I love it too. But
That's my favorite.
my next question is, how was y'all's Thanksgiving, and did y'all buy anything for Black Friday?
Well, Kyle and I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It got canceled
Oh man.
because our dad had COVID.
Oof.
So we did like a last minute, like a pseudo Thanksgiving a couple days afterwards when he was recovered. But yeah, we just had quiet days off, and it was great.
Well, my condolences to your father, buddy.
He's solid now.
All right.
But these
He's
two
good.
could probably tell you theirs.
Did y'all buy anything for Black Friday then?
Yes, too much.
Oh.
What'd you
I
get,
didn't-
Sadly,
Daniel?
no.
Can't
I didn't have enough forethought.
I just bought gifts on Black Friday.
Oh yeah, Nick, you were working, huh?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
You have any stories?
Yeah, so the first 3 hours, mind you, we opened at 7. I was not awake for that shift. However, at 7:05, I got a phone call saying that we don't have internet, which means the credit card readers don't work, our POS system doesn't work, and nothing works without internet because it's 2023.
Fair.
So,
Mhm.
of course, I called mall management and I go, hey, we don't have internet. I'm like, you and everybody else. And I was like, and what are you going to do about it? And like, we called them. They're coming soon. We didn't have internet until 12:30.
You'll call now.
You'll call now.
Sucks.
That being said, though, my boss came with one of those weird little Wi-Fi hotspot things, dropped it off, and he goes, there you go. And then he left.
Oh, a cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone. He had one of those square readers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just dropped
that
off
does
his
work.
mobile hotspot and
No one at the
plopped it
business
on the
could
desk.
use it because we all have Androids, and he had an iPhone 1. So his kid had to come in and use his phone.
Nice.
That's so funny, dude.
That is something. But yeah, how would Nikki and Laura? How was your Thanksgiving? And did you buy anything for Black Friday?
My Thanksgiving is always super Greek now because my husband is Greek and his whole family lives like under an hour away from us. So it was like 20 people, a lot of screaming,
I bet it was very loud.
a lot of arguments, no vegetables. We deep
Oh,
fried the turkey though.
How much of
That
yours?
was really good.
Mm.
Oh,
Still have never had a deep fried turkey.
solid. So
Yeah.
good. Dangerous though. Don't burn your house down. They bought like a full like a deep frying apparatus and they're like lowering it in all the uncles in the porch together so it doesn't splatter and like burn the home down that we're all having Thanksgiving in. It was a spectacle. It's
Very
really
good.
I'm glad.
worth it
If
though.
you and your
Oh my
husband ever
God.
decide to split, please give him my number. I would
will.
love to meet his family.
I'll
I don't know if
introduce
they'd
you.
like you.
No,
Please.
you'll blend.
That
Loud.
Nick, you
that to
Stick
me
around.
that to me sounds like
No.
a sitcom. It really does.
How I fucked your boyfriend.
Nick would blend in better than I do. Honestly,
I'm
everyone's
loud
short,
and brown
round,
and small. I know my bit.
yeah, everyone's tan and hairy over there. So you'll just
Fit right
part
in.
of the bloodline immediately.
So my next question is actually overall, how since we're like the last month of the year, God, where did the time go? How was 2023 overall for each of you? Was it good? Was it meh? How was it?
Mine was kind of boring this year. I didn't really have that much of a glow up. Baldur's Gate came out. I enjoyed that a shit ton.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna
160
lead
hours
with,
into that.
I was gonna lead with Tears of the Kingdom came out, and that was like my year.
There were a lot of really good games that came out this year. I just finished the new Yakuza game, but
Nice.
gaming is separate from life. Outside of gaming, it's just kind of boring. Just another year.
That's
bought a
fair.
house. That was
You
pretty cool.
did!
Nice.
Yeah, I did the
nice.
thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of boring because I have like, it's just me, and way more space that I require because I'm the kind of person who could live in like a shoebox. So I have like so much completely unused space, and
He's saying
no,
he's a man.
basically.
Yeah.
And I'm very indecisive, and I don't really care for like furnishings or decorating. So I
He
just have all
wants to
these
use the
open
razor
spaces.
scooter in his house.
I mean, I
throughout the whole
could. My
house.
basement's cement. I could do the thing.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. He has two
But, so-
folding chairs in the living room, a
That
TV.
would be-
100%.
I would be able to do that. I would be perfectly content living like that.
I know.
His kitchen counters are too low. I can't reach them, and I'm shorter than everyone here.
Yeah, and every door is crooked.
Just
That's
one of them.
true.
He has a potty in the basement that's on a throne because the builders were too lazy to dig down
Throne off.
for the potty.
Yeah. So the people who lived here before me watched too much HGTV and decided
Yeah.
to build themselves a new bathroom in the basement. The place isn't like it's not meant for that, but they just decided to build one. Maybe they thought it would add to the resale value, and it like threw off the entire kilter of my house.
Wow.
So, like, part of the back of my house is like on a slant, so I feel like any day I might like have like the Cleveland Brown moment where I might just be like sitting in the bathtub and then just
No, no,
No,
oh,
no, 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 no.
Yes,
That's
that is my fear but hope because it would be really funny and a great way to go. But yeah, I'm worried the back half of my house is going to fall apart and I'm just going to fall out of it someday.
That'd be so funny. I would
But
laugh so
I
hard.
did find out that there's a metal beam across my house, so that won't happen. But I kind of wish it would because it'd be really funny.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be good. Who has your life insurance policy? That's my
Gail.
question. Is it
Asking for a friend? No, I would not leave all my things to Daniel.
I could
I
take
said
it.
Gale.
I will give Laura my life savings on the provision that she buys a second plant for her streaming setup, so she can.
And a hot tub. And a
No,
hot
you can't have the
tub.
hot tub after I die. I need that now.
Hot tub.
I'll sprinkle your ashes into my hot tub.
Okay, you can have a hot tub.
There you go.
Laura, tell us about your year.
Fuck yeah. I just played Zelda the whole time. Like, started in January. Got
Oh,
COVID
shit, I
for
love
the
that
first
then.
time
Oh,
after
man.
I went to Florida. And then I played more Zelda because I got like 3 weeks off of work. It was so good.
Hell yeah.
That's right. I didn't give you COVID. Who did I give COVID to? It was Kyle, right?
No,
Mhm,
yeah.
yes.
You
Was it
gave
this
Kyle
year? Did I give you
COVID
COVID this year?
Everyone in my house. Yes, you did.
Not you. You didn't get it.
this year?
Everyone
No.
except me.
Was that last year?
No. That was last year. Yeah.
Last year. Okay.
This year I got it
Good for
from Disney World. Yay.
Oh man, I'm going to Disneyland in like next week, so I might need to mask up.
It's
Yes, please.
it's germy, yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going around, so try not to get sick.
Perhaps, yeah.
I'm scared for you. But at least you're in California, not Florida, because Florida is a different beast.
For real,
Mhm.
yeah. So my next question is for all of y'all, what is the best game you played this year and the worst game you played this year?
Best game, Tears of the Kingdom.
Nice.
Not only because it was a perfect game, but because it was a perfect game.
So
I
true,
don't
best
know
game.
about least favorite game. I don't really play video games.
You run a Let's Play channel, but you don't play games.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's my meme.
He
Gotcha.
just kind of collects them. We play.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is true,
I
Dan.
feel like
Um,
the worst game I played was something that we probably recorded, and then afterwards we're like, we can't do this. This is terrible. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Tears of the Kingdom, best game though, hands down.
Nice.
And next year,
we agree with that. We agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna be my it might be Breath of the Wild. I might like Breath of the Wild a little bit more.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah. I know it's not like the most popular take because it has less features, and I think people feel like Tears of the Kingdom fixed a lot of stuff and obviously added like a ton more content. But I really miss like having the bombs at my
Yeah.
disposal.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was so good. And I liked the Guardian powers better in Breath of the Wild because I'm
Okay.
really bad at games.
You
So
know,
like
that is actually something I will agree with. I'm just like, I want my unlimited bombs, man. I mean, it's nice that I can add a bomb to my arrow, yes, but there's a limit to it, you know?
yeah, exactly. And I'm not like crazy creative, so I wasn't spit roasting Koroks or like making mechas or anything. I was just rolling around on my like automated scooter the whole time or whatever they gave me with the auto build function. So I didn't necessarily need
Plus,
all that.
Justice for the square bomb. Just
I
thought
do miss
now.
the square bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, me too.
All right, boys.
Underrated. Humble King.
Let's see. So I don't want to copy your answer because I think all of us are gonna, except for Nick, are gonna
Yeah,
say Tears
except
of
for
the
Nick.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like that game for the
So-
record. I just didn't finish it because I
Yeah.
ran out of time, and I will finish it eventually.
Nice.
You'd better. So I will say, finally digging back and playing Elden Ring, because I have a stack of games on top of like because I have a small game wall section on top of it. I just have like the stack of games that I plan on playing. But anyone who knows me knows that I always have a stack of things that I plan on doing, like a stack of shows. Oh, I'll definitely watch them eventually.
A stack of
but
laundry, a stack of food.
True. Well, I never have a stack of food. I'll eat that.
That's fair.
But my stack of games lay untouched for a while. So this year I kind of, because I didn't really buy too much new stuff, so I kind of started hammering into the stack of games I wanted to play. So I finally did Elden Ring, and I sunk a good amount of time into that and really enjoyed it. But on top of that, I mean, obviously it'd be Zelda or the veritable cornucopia of Pokemon games that I played because I'm still me at the end of the day.
We do love
Okay.
our Pokemon games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nick, tell us about Baldur's Gate for a long time.
I
Yeah.
liked Baldur's Gate.
Nikki,
lot.
Nikki, before you start, everyone
go on.
wants to know, did you have sex with the bear yet?
No, that was the one thing I regret. There was one big glitch in the game that I
Oh,
did not know about
no.
until I was. I know I'm very upset about it because I did not get to be with either of the beloveds that I chose, and instead I unfortunately got Will. Which, don't get me
What
wrong,
about the
Will's an
video game?
angel, but he's really clingy.
Oh.
It's
Well,
not my type. He was like, my beloved, and I was like, shut up.
You like me too much. It's
Yeah.
weird. I get you.
I wish I had gotten the bear scene because like when I got Halcyon, like the bear guy, he starts off and he's like, "Rah, rah, rah, I'm a druid and I have nothing interesting about me." But then you start to get his backstory like little sprinkled in after you meet him again. And I was like, "Oh, I love your backstory. Oh, I would love for you." Wait, I don't know if I could say this stuff.
go for it.
Do what you want.
Is it spoilers or is it?
On top? He can be the big spoon. Him and Karlach at the same time, preferably.
The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you.
I want to give Nick a little bit of credit here because he
What
finally
about
said big spoon and not top spoon. Because Nick always says top spoon and that doesn't make sense.
Top
good
here,
for you, Nick.
little spoon.
Good job, buddy. You're so
What
talented.
about you, Mo? Game of the year?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because that's actually my next question. But did y'all discuss your least favorite games this year yet?
There were very few games, but one came above all else, and I think we can all agree on it.
Okay.
There was a remake on Steam for an old PC game called Zoombinis, and they did an awful
Nick, stop.
possible.
Deep
That's
cut.
not the Zoombinis I remember. Shame on you, whatever studio made it.
Deep
5.
cut.
Studio
Deep.
5.
Shame on you, space required 1.36 gigs. I don't know who made it.
Yeah, Nick's doing a bit.
He is.
It's not a bit.
Deep
It's
cut. bit.
unplayable.
He might mean it.
Ooh.
Possible.
I'm gonna say the least Laura thing possible. So I'm playing right now an expansion for Tales of Arise, which is an RPG that came out like
Sims, and I was gonna lose it.
2 or 3. What?
I thought you were gonna say
For The Sims? Yeah,
Sims.
it's just not what it used to be. Maxim's really lost its touch. No. Tales of Arise DLC is really like bare bones and like it feels like they really just wanted my $20 compared to how good Arise was.
Which is a
Like,
spectacular game.
So good, so incredible. It's a real step up, especially if you're a Tales fan. Like maybe if you don't like other RPGs, it kind of doesn't. It's not been keeping up for the past like 10 years, but it's a great game. But the DLC like has very obvious cop outs. Like they reuse all the scenery and the locations and everything like that. And they make it really clear that they don't want to make new places for you to explore, except for the one like dungeon that is the main focus of the DLC.
I hate that.
It's so very clearly lazy, and it's so sad. It's so sad. I wanted more, especially out of such an old game that they've spent this long like doing the DLC for. Like, give me something. Please.
Okay. Well, I feel like, because I think it's a general consensus that King Kong game is the worst game of this year. But I would love to see Best Plus play through the whole game. That would be hilarious.
I'll do it.
All right, let's see how much it costs.
Is that one supposed to be worse than the Gollum game? I heard a lot about that.
I'm pretty sure it's like worse. Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
I think about games a lot like pizza. Like, I love a fantastic pizza. I love a fucking terrible pizza. What I can't deal with is a marginal pizza. So if you give me a really, really, really shitty game, I'll have a ton of fun with it. Just don't give me like a boring, lame, like blah game. So please feed me all the shitty games you want. That's content for days.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
well,
I can't Steam.
I can't remember if it was taken down or not, but I know it's on Steam. I think it's called, if you Google like King Kong Game 2023, you should see it. But while you look for that, Nikki, my next question is actually the nominees for the Game of the Year awards. I want to get y'all's thoughts on the nominees for Game of the Year. It's Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, RE4 Remake, Mario Wonder and Tears of the Kingdom Hearts. So, which one are y'all voting for and why?
Well, we talked about the nominations last night on our stream, and I think we're basically split on what we think would win. I
Well, it's
personally
less
would love.
split, and you guys have the same answer, and I have a different answer.
Well,
Well, I think we all agree what's going to win,
Correct.
but I don't think we all have the same game that we wish would win.
yes, I would
Correct.
love Tears of the Kingdom to win.
Good
Because
news.
I'm a big fan of Nintendo games, and I thought the Zelda game was fantastic. However, I think that Baldur's Gate will win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It's
hopeful
gonna-
on
it's gonna
Baldur's Gate, to be
sweep.
honest.
There's no shot it doesn't take like
Yeah,
every
especially
single
'cause-
award.
Laura was guessing more of the it's a bit more recent as well, which helps its case a lot because like the fandom is kind of like propping it up a lot more closer to awards time. Meanwhile, like so much of the Zelda hype was like so early in the year, it feels like a million years ago.
Right.
Baldur's
Plus,
Gate. If it wasn't for the fact that Nick talks about it all day, every day, I wouldn't be surprised if he told me it came out like 20 days ago.
I
Also,
also
for
Baldur's
sure.
Gate did. Baldur's Gate
Baldur's.
did something. Oh, sorry, you first. You first.
I was just
Very
gonna
good at
say,
talking over people.
yes, Baldur's
I
Gate
am.
was generally directed towards an audience that was older than Zelda players generally.
Much
We
older.
have like the old school Nintendo lovers, obviously, but Baldur's Gate was generally designated for older audiences and probably more accessible to PC players. Did it come out on console too, or is it just PC?
Yes, it came out on. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Mo.
I believe
Again, I'm
it's
very good
on
over
both
talking.
Xbox and PlayStation 5, I think.
Okay, so it's more
Xbox
accessible
comes
as
out
well.
soon.
Okay.
So I think more people got to that game than Tears of the Kingdom. That's all.
Nikki, what?
And Nick just wants it to win everything forever.
Yeah.
That was one of those games that came out, and I was like, it looks neat, but I don't really care. Everyone I know was talking about it, and I was like, all right, you know what? $60, that's a lot of money for a game, but it's Steam. If I play it for an hour and I hate it, I return it. Like, Steam is very good about that stuff in digital content.
You can
So it's
do
like,
that.
I'll try it. Of course, I fell in love with it fucking immediately, and that game became my reality for the better side of a month and a half.
Well, Nick, I think you knew the minute you were going to get it because I sent you the TikTok of Larian Studios bragging that you could fuck the bear on their
let me
official
defend
account.
myself.
Yeah. That's honestly how I heard about the game too. Is that Baloo scene pretty much?
Fair.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I think that piqued all our interests.
Yes, it was very like the things that we were seeing even before the game came out were like very confusingly like, wow, a lot of games haven't done this before. The ones that have are very they usually leave it up to your imagination, like games like Dragon Age. Like, you know, there's some gruesome sex scenes. I use the word gruesome entirely correctly, Kyle. And same with The Witcher and stuff like that, but a lot of it is usually implied. This game takes it a step above.
What about you? Mike?
I couldn't be more thrilled that Baldur's Gate is getting such a resurgence because growing up I was like such a big Neverwinter Nights fan, which they're basically like sister franchises in essence. And you know, I mean my computer is a piece of crap laptop that doesn't even have space to have. Shut up! No, it's not. It doesn't have the space for Baldur's Gate, and I don't have a PS5. So Mo, you can dump on me about that later.
Boo.
Yeah, there it is. So I didn't get to play it yet, except for the little tiny bit we did on stream, and that was Nick playing, and that was before he really knew what he was doing. But just as like a fan of gaming and that kind of game being such a building block of my gaming history, I could not be more stoked to see people get on board with a type of game like this.
Nice.
And I really hope the trend continues. It
Nice.
doesn't just like, yeah, it doesn't just become like a one-off, and that it kind of keeps the momentum going, because I would like to see this genre kind of come back into the limelight a little bit, because we've seen a lot of the same type of games for a little while. So it's cool to see something else kind of step up.
Now, for
I agree
me,
with that.
I voted for Spider-Man 2, but deep in my heart, I want Zelda to win. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
I
It'd be
feel
so
that,
nice.
yeah, and I also feel like Mo on the point that you're coming across here. So many people were looking forward to Spider-Man 2 and so many people loved it and it made such an immediate impact. But I feel like after a week I stopped hearing about what a perfect game it
Yeah,
was because people kept talking about Baldur's Gate.
yeah. You're right. You're right. I
Hmm.
mean, I haven't played it myself. It's not really my type of game, but I can acknowledge how good the game is. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Awards are bullshit. All right, like if you enjoyed the game, that's what matters. Do not let awards devalue your game experience. If you loved it, that's all that fucking matters.
That's
Anyway,
fair.
so
I
my
say
Damn
that
right.
very often. I don't trust game reviews specifically. I will play the game, and if I dislike it, again, a lot of times these digital marketplaces they let you return it after a couple hours. Like this game, Skull Island: Rise of Kong. It
yep.
says mostly negative, but I have high faith.
I didn't know you could do that.
Only on Steam, usually.
That's cool.
But yeah, so now going back to the nominees for Game of the Year, a lot of people are mad that RE4 Remake is nominated and not like FF16 or Starfield and stuff. What do y'all think about a remake of a 20-year-old game being nominated for Game of the Year?
So I love Resident Evil 4.
Me too.
I think it is probably my favorite horror / Resident Evil game. Yes, I played it, Nick.
The new one?
No, not the new one, just in general, Resident Evil 4. But it's come out so many times where I feel like if it got nominated, it should have gotten nominated back in the day. However, I do know that
Did.
when the Final Fantasy VII remake came out,
Multiple times.
that was also nominated
And
for
it
Game of
won.
the Year.
Multiple times.
There you go. So, um, I don't know. I feel like it's hit or miss for me personally. I think that the remake was rescaled and re-rendered perfectly. Graphics are great and they made it look like today's games. So I think that people have that like new feeling experience with it. But it's still Resident Evil 4 at the end of the day, so it's nothing like new. So I don't know. I'm hit or miss.
Yeah, I don't think they changed enough to warrant it being like counted as a different game. Like the 7 example, I don't feel like was equitable because that's so different.
They redid
Then
it.
Very different.
It's
Totally different style.
yeah, it's not even in the same universe anymore. Like
yeah.
The RE4 I kind of feel like is a bit of a cop out. They could have put anything else there. Like I know people love it and Costa's ears are probably burning right now because he loves it, but I don't think it needs to win twice. We already know it's good. It had its time. It's fine.
Nick's on Team Hi-Fi Rush.
I do like
I mean,
the slutty.
I only played Hi-Fi Rush a little bit with Kyle. That's a game I regret not playing through. And it's a
Should pick it
game that
back
I
up.
need to. Oh, yep, I can hear Costa in the background.
Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, but with Resident Evil, like I disagree with you. I think they did change a lot and then did revamp the game entirely. However, I do think that it's still a great game, but Game of the Year is a bit of a stretch, not to be me specifically for that game. I really think that they should have put Dave the Diver on there because that was another one of those games that came out this year.
Yes.
Nice.
We had a lot of fun with that one.
It was another one of those games that came out this year. Like it wound up on an indie list, which is weird because I think it was made by an indie studio, but it was produced by like a big. It was a weird thing.
Yeah.
I don't know the mechanics of that, but like in terms of Game of the Year, like that was a game that came out. No one knew what it was. Everyone on my friends list was playing it, and then I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" Then my cousin was like, "Oh hey, I got this game. You'd like it," and then he just bought it for me. And then I was like,
Aw.
"All right, I guess I'll play this." And again, another one of those games where I was like, "Oh shit, it's been 2 weeks. I have done nothing but play this." Like that doesn't happen with me often, but when it does, I'm genuinely enjoying myself. So I think there were better games that could have been on that list than Resident Evil 4, but I mean, good on them. Capcom, you keep please put out more stuff that doesn't suck. That's
Yeah.
what I want from you. I don't
Yes.
want you to go the way Konami did.
And remake Code Veronica, please. That's what we all
Agreed.
want. Remake Code. Anyway, carry on,
was-
Kyle.
No, I was just gonna say because you brought up something before, which kind of surprised me, because I didn't play it, but I was really surprised when I originally heard the list to not hear Starfield on there.
Yeah, seriously,
I
I'm
know-
genuinely
I
surprised.
know the reception was kind of mixed. It wasn't what they were hoping for, to be
Yeah.
sure, but just with the amount of money and hype that like went behind it before it came out, you'd really think that they would like really try and push it. Sorry, my alarm went off on my phone for Mo's stream. But I really thought that they would really try and push it for a game of the year just to try and drum up more interest in it. Because for the amount of hype behind it before it came out and how long people have been anticipating it, for it to just kind of like come out and fizzle quickly,
Yeah.
I was stunned. But I'm surprised that they didn't try and push for it.
I'm surprised too. I was expecting it. But Nikki, were you not a fan? I see you SMHing right now, so like, what's up?
Yeah. So hear me out. I have Game Pass, and I know a lot of people are like, ew, Game Pass is so stupid. No, they give you so much shit. It's $10 a month. It's
They
just
do,
the
yeah.
blockbuster of the modern world.
Yeah,
It's wonderful. So I was so excited when they put Starfield on there. When my computer met the just above minimum requirements that it could handle, because my computer's a little older now. And I was like, sweet, I'm gonna play it. The first night I played it, I was like, wow, I'm super into this. And then once it got to that open world aspect, that's usually when a game like that is supposed to like pull you in and go, look at all the things you can do. And we don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but we want you to feel like you have your sense of freedom. I felt like there was nothing important for me to do, so I just went around planet to planet shooting random things until I got experience, and then I did the main story, and I was like, I'm bored of this. And that was after like 7 hours. Like, it was like Skyrim, when they start you off in that one spot, and they're like, look, small area, big area, do what you want. It was a very good climb to power. Whereas in Starfield, they go, all right, you're in this cave. What now? Well, whatever you want to do. It was very, very... They didn't do a good job of showing the player the world. And I really dislike that.
Gotcha.
Nick needs his handheld, but he also can't read and follow instructions, so that might be his own fault.
And the other issue was, like, when I was playing Cuphead, I actually couldn't get out of the tutorial. I didn't understand the double jump mechanic. It was very scary.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. But yeah, so
no, I think Starfield gave too much power. It got boring really fast.
Gotcha. My next question is actually a favor for everyone here. Okay, so I'm gonna picture. I'm going to like describe you this scene. You are all at the Game Awards, okay? Best Buds is nominated for Content Creator of the Year, okay?
Ow.
And then Jeff is on stage. They go through the nominees, and then Best Buds wins Content Creator of the Year, okay? You all walk on stage. The audience is going crazy. They hand you the award, okay? Give us your speech.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so grab something.
This.
Wait,
Yeah,
Laura's holding the trophy. So
yeah, so grab something that's your trophy and give us your speech. Perfect, perfect, Nikki.
I thought you grabbed another microphone for a second.
That would have been good.
Right?
All right, give us your speech.
Right, I think we'll like keep it short. Like, I'd like to thank God and Pseudo for buying all of our subscribers and funding the entire channel, and probably also purchasing our plane tickets to California so we can accept his award. Cheers.
I would like to thank all of our fans for dealing with our cringe and wait, hold on one second. It's a marketplace thing. Hold on one second. I gotta go. There's a deal.
I would like to thank Mo Chocolate for being the one to really put us on. Ever since he put us on his show, it's really changed our lives for the better. And now, since we know everybody watches Motown Downtown, that's really where we got our start. You know, that's where our career started to ramp up. So without Mo, we are nothing.
May I chime in really quickly?
No.
Go ahead.
Fair. I also I will give mine, but I just want to throw in there Retro Danny 25. The live stream has been brought to you by Where's the fucking lamb sauce?
That's what that's my thing, idiot.
Yeah. That's Dan's bit.
Thanks.
Also, cow.
How?
Nice.
And why?
Yeah, why?
How How
appreciate
and why?
Yes, how and why?
Oh, that's your speech. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short and
That's
sweet.
it.
So
Nice
there we go.
moo mail.
I love
Cute.
this is the first thing I bought from I used to work at a wholesaler and I used to make the long drive to New York to work for him. And he gave me this the first time and he goes, "You like it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You could have one." And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Like, good, you're getting
It
paid in
doesn't have,
vinyl under the table.
Guys,
doesn't have that ring in it now, but it has a clock that goes from here and it shoots onto the table.
Guys, we're already over an hour already. Like, it feels like 20 minutes went by. You can. This is why I love y'all, because time goes by when you're having fun. Time goes by so fast when you're having fun. So yeah, but I'll just go through some of the questions here. But basically, the next one is a question for each of you, for individual questions for each of you. Okay. So for Dan. Question for you, buddy, is if you were, those like YouTube boxing things they do every year?
Oh my God, yeah.
If you were in there competing, name one YouTuber or Twitch streamer you would love to get in a boxing ring for.
Say it.
Do
Do it.
You could take my answer, Dan.
No, you can't. That's your answer. You can't.
No,
have it.
you
I
can't.
can't take your answer. Shoot.
Besides Nikki.
No,
Yeah.
Nick doesn't want me to touch him, so I
Call
can't.
He's right.
out Nick
Um,
from Best Spuds.
I would also hold on.
I would fight
Ow.
Logan Paul.
You would fight Logan Paul.
I would, but there's someone on TikTok that I would love to punch, but I can't out them.
Why? Are they a child? You
No,
can't
'cause
punch
I don't
a child.
remember their name.
Oh,
Just-
that does make it hard.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Logan Paul would be my
If you
like,
describe the
celebrity
TikTok,
one.
I can tell you with lightning accuracy what it is and what their name is
Potentially.
and where they live.
No, because Laura's gonna say that I stole her answer.
That's fair.
Is it Matt Pat?
No, it's the drink guy.
I'm gonna let it sit in this tube for how long and we'll see what happens.
He'd be great to fight.
I don't know his name either, but
Yeah,
I would.
there's just-
We
there's
could
There's a
put
dude
Dan
on
in a ring
TikTok.
with a TikToker for a whole week or until something interesting happens.
Yeah, there's a guy that mixes alcohol with like random items and then like comes back and drinks them, and the reaction's always the same. And he could get these hands.
All right, well, drink guy, keep a lookout for that. So, next question for Kyle. Kyle, how come you don't like cons, man?
Oh, good.
I don't like people.
Ah,
No, I've never really liked. Well, I don't like costumes. I've just never been a costumes person in general. So like Halloween, not a giant fan except that I love candy. So I don't like costumes. I don't like places with a lot of people. So like I've never been a fan of like the mall or like going shopping and stuff like that. It's not really a thing for me. And I don't get much, like, I love spending time with my friends and things like that, but I don't like just like going to places to like just look at stuff. So like I'm the kind of person who like, okay, cool. I don't really care to go look at your game booth. I've seen what these boxes of games look like. I don't need to see them. So I don't know. It's just not really a thing for me. Plus,
well, question.
Go ahead.
I mean, would you go to a con for one day if it meant you would officially meet me?
See, that has been a thing. I would absolutely love to meet you, and pending the con location and price, I might do the thing just to meet you.
Yeah, chat,
I
just so
would
you know, everyone here I met except for Kyle. That's what I meant by that question.
I might even like go with them to a convention and not buy a ticket and just stay and hang out in the hotel room just to wait and hang out with you later.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Kinky.
So, yeah, I don't really like anything about cons except seeing friends. That's about it.
So, Laura, question for you now. Who do you think amongst the Spuds is the best and worst dancer of the group?
Oh,
That's a
okay.
great question.
Honestly, Nick has really good rhythm. He's a good singer. And I've seen him get funky at a wedding or two. He
I
is
know how to
not
do more than a
afraid.
point.
Yeah. Never seen him rip his pants. Look at that. Look at him go.
I
On
mean, for
command.
someone who owns all those mics, I would love to. I would assume that you're a fantastic singer. Just saying.
Yeah, he sounds like a small brown James Dean.
That's fair.
Adorable. And Kyle's the worst dancer because he refuses to, because he just keeps on sucking the life out of every event with his
Yep.
non-committal attitude.
Oh man, Kyle, so if your life was on the line, you still would not dance? If the fate of the entire human race was on the line, you would not dance.
Listen, if we were in Guardians of the Galaxy situation here and I had to dance off to get the stone, then yeah, sure, I would. But it would literally take those exact stakes. Because I
He
just do
wouldn't.
not.
But
At
Kyle,
she
you can
said-
do like the common white man dance, do the sprinkler and stuff. Just saying, that's pretty easy.
Mo,
I
at
could,
Laura's
but
wedding,
also
she said,
I could
Kyle,
not
I-
do that.
Kyle, I want you to dance with me for my wedding. That's what Laura said, and Kyle pushed her into the mud.
Yep.
Really?
He
I
said
dropped her into the mud at someone else's wedding, you dunce.
I was
know you
supposed
did.
to marry Kyle, and
Yep.
he was like, "Get fucked, nerd," and pushed me down, and now I'm married to Ghost. Because he was the first
Best you can
person
do.
to pick me up.
And you
Yeah.
heard that lore first here on Motown Downtown. You're welcome. The lore has been revealed. That's just a theory, a Motown theory.
Yeah, no, I've got
You guys
anxiety
hear it.
about dancing, so I just don't.
Is
So,
that
Laura's
that
answer was
why
fair.
in the Just Dance video on Best Buzz you didn't dance? Is that why?
So I was actually planning on it. I practiced the day before even. But then I got hit. I got very fortunately, I will say very fortunately, because I was not upset that it happened. I got hit in the leg with a chair at my job at the time.
Oof.
Because I was working in an autism and behavioral program in a middle school, and I got a chair hummed at me the day before. So I couldn't. But I legitimately, and Dan can back me up, I legitimately did practice beforehand because I planned on doing one.
And that's
You said
that
maybe, if I
song
recall.
was? What song was that? Now I want to know.
Oh, I do not remember. I do not remember whatsoever.
Do y'all remember?
I
Nope, it
punched
was-
the microphone.
Rasputin.
Rasputin? The hardest dance in the
could've-
game?
Yeah.
It could have been Little Mermaid. Because I remember that being a thing, Under the Sea.
Yeah.
Thanks
But
I think it
I
was
remember
Under
it,
the
by
Sea,
the way, Mo.
actually. Because I think we called in my cousin to do it for you instead.
Yeah.
Right?
I was
Thing?
planning on doing it, and then I got hit with a chair. It was very fortunate. I was
Darn
not
it.
upset.
Well, I'll just have to send y'all Just Dance 2024 so you can do that for the channel.
Amen.
Perfect.
Oh,
Everything I've ever
geez.
wanted. Thanks, Mo.
Yeah, it's on the
Laura's
Switch,
the only one of
thankfully.
us who stayed.
So, Nikki, question for you, my friend. If you could pick one video game world to live in, which one would it be and why?
Great question.
Damn. That's like one of those questions that like I feel like you always got to ask during a gaming show interview, but you're
Yeah.
never truly prepared for it. Pending the proper research, because I would love to live in a Pokemon world, but I feel like that's a cop out.
You know what, Nikki? I'll do you one even better. Gaming and anime. Which world would you want?
Oh.
Which world would you want to live in? If you could pick once.
Mm.
He's gonna say.
See, I want to go with the generic Nintendo option and say Pokemon or Animal Crossing because I want to pet all the cute puppies. But like,
You can't pet
That's
the puppies.
weird
They're
when
your
you live
neighbors
with-
and your friends.
that's what I mean. It's weird when you live with them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take the far answer on this one and go with Check Grind Radio. But only if I get to be one of the playable characters, not the background character.
Yeah. God, I wish roller skating was real.
Yeah.
Can I answer on Nick's behalf?
Yeah.
Please.
I
Don't
thought of a
say
good
Yakuza.
answer for Nick. The world that Nick wants to live in is Nick wants to live in the Mario Golf world because that way he can be surprisingly really good at a sport and shark people because Nick is very good at Mario Golf.
Yeah.
I believe
I
that.
changed my answer to Kyle's answer. I like that way better.
I got you.
So my next question is, out of all the video games for 2024, which game are you the most hyped for and why?
GTA 6,
Ooh.
hands down. GTA 6.
I mean, are you sure it's coming out next year though? Like maybe 2025?
I don't
maybe.
know.
Unless they surprise us with Elder Scrolls, whatever the next one is, that's my answer.
All right.
Nah, you got a little longer to wait for that, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
Mhm.
Say it
Nice.
forever.
Nice.
I'm very much a Dragon Age boy, and I've been very patiently waiting the next one.
Yep, I'm 1,000% sure we said that last time because I know we talked about this.
Yep.
And we were like, it's totally coming out 2023. We're so excited. Yeah.
Mine's an easy one. It's Like a Dragon, the new one.
What game?
I love.
I think
Nick's
he's
got out.
frozen. He
Oh,
said
Nikki.
Like a Dragon.
Sorry, I should be back now. It keeps saying I have an unstable internet connection. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Damn,
gonna
we'll
say
never
mine
know.
is the new Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I love the last one. We've been streaming it. It's just one of those games that I've been absolutely bee deep in, and I've always been a big Yakuza boy. I don't want to live in the Yakuza world because I don't want to get my ass kicked every time I'm walking up the street. Or murdered for fun. You know, not great.
Gotcha.
Don't start shit.
For me, it would have to be Wolverine. I am just so hyped for that game, and also Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I want that game so badly. More hype than Spider-Man 2. Real talk.
More hype
I respect
than
that.
anything Kingdom Hearts related.
Well, I mean, I said next year. Kingdom Hearts 4 is not coming out in
Oh,
2024.
I meant in general.
Yeah, that's pretty hyped up as well. I mean, if it did come out next year, cool. But as of now, it's 7 remake, 7 rebirth anyway. But yeah, so my next question is another like group question for everyone here. If the best buds were characters in Fortnite, what details would you tell the developers to do to your character? And what dance would you have them give you in the game?
Massive muscles, and my emote would be push-ups.
Easy.
Fitting.
My dance move would be standing as still as humanly possible and staring ahead unblinkingly. Because that's what happens.
And what like details would you tell them to like how would you tell them to make you in the game?
I would just write the blandest, whitest dude on the description card and just have them create that, and they'll probably nail me perfectly. Yep, bland white
true.
protagonist. There I am.
I know Nick would have to let them know that he always wears a red t-shirt with
Correct.
jean
With blue
shorts.
jeans. There's no alternate skin. That is the only one.
No, yeah, no palette swaps.
Oh wait, actually, there's a palette swap. The palette swap just has a hat, like one of the taxi hats. That's the palette swap.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
let everybody in on the inside joke there. So for our channel, we play several games like Gartic Phone and Jackbox and things like that. Always drawing games, because they're great content. They're funny every time. But Nick is a very popular thing to draw in those games, and for some reason, whether it's us, whether it's a subscriber or anybody visiting, for some reason, whenever anybody draws Nick, and this was totally unspoken, we always draw him with a red shirt and blue jeans, no matter what.
Hi, doggy.
So it's just, yeah, there's Sakura, the puppy. But yeah, Nick is rarely ever wearing a red shirt in real life. He's usually wearing some kind of black GameStop shirt and jeans. But whenever he's drawn, he's always in a red shirt for no reason. And it's amazing.
And what dance?
And I never wear red, which makes it even more confusing.
And what dance would you tell the developers to give your character?
No dance. I just gotta sit down.
I'm pretty sure Nick's emote is him leaning back and slapping his belly.
Oh, that would make way more sense.
Yeah.
The next.
He has great stomach acoustics.
I do.
Incredible.
What about you?
I don't know, Nick, you do mine because I did yours for you.
You're gonna just write on the card. You're gonna send them a picture of you crudely drawn, and then you're just gonna write in big bold letters, "Big Dumpy."
Aw. I thought you were gonna say big stupid bird.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
And he was
Oh,
nice.
I would just assume you're gonna do the chicken dance because I feel like that's something that Fortnite for some reason doesn't have,
Well, her emote
and
would
that's the only
be
bird dance I know.
her emote would be pulling a cat out of her pocket and going.
Oh,
Ta-da!
that'd be so cute. Arista has her own emote like that in Overwatch.
That's adorable. I
Mhm.
specifically locked the cats out. Woodhouse is here though.
Oh,
He's a
good.
good.
Yeah, I had to put
He's
the
a good
dog
boy.
outside the room, but I don't know how long that'll last.
Now hold on, Nikki,
Yeah.
because your mic kind of I didn't hear that well. Did you say big dumpy or big what?
Big
Yes.
Dumpy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure what you said there. Gotcha.
Also
Yeah,
Big
sorry, I
Dumpy.
have Comcast. It's a disease.
I believe
Also-
that.
An
Also,
addiction.
special shout out to Blue Originals for subbing to Mo's channel.
I was just gonna say that. Yes, Blue Original. Thank you for the 3-month sub. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. So
And
my
points
next.
to Peachy for being a Dragon Age enjoyer as well.
Yes,
Way to be.
love you,
Agreed.
Peach. Love you, Peach. Best mod. So, what when y'all have been doing content creation for many years now, and you built this community now of equally cringeworthy people that we all love to death. So, like, what do you think about your community, and is there any shout-outs you would like to give?
Well, before I'll let them answer the shout outs, but I will tell you that 1 month from today will be our 9-year anniversary of content creation,
Jesus.
which is
Hell yeah.
crazy to think about.
Hell yeah.
All right, now I'll let them do the shout outs.
Making us do it?
Yeah, why not?
What do you think
Oh,
about
okay.
what do you think about your community also?
I love our community. I spend so much time in our Discord, and it's quieter in there, but we have some like really, really active participants. We have people who try to come to every stream. Pseudo's always there. Doug's always there. We've got our Greenberg friends. We got
Just
Kate. Yeah, I was getting there. Okay, Dan, you do it. Stupid bitch.
Go ahead, Laura. Keep going.
No, Dan's turn.
no, I don't have anything.
Next turn.
I mean, Laura kind of said it best. We do have a very select few, like a small group of people that are in virtually every other stream. They comment on every video. They're very active in our Discord. Mo, you're one of them.
Yay.
Yeah.
Like, we do have a very small community, and we always try to play it off when we're streaming because we're not trying to we don't want someone to be like, oh wow, look at this loser starved for attention. But like every time someone new will comment, the feeling you just get makes you feel so just fuzzy and happy. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, I'm a friend, and they talked.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just so
it's very
cute.
cool. Yeah, because we have a very tight knit community, like he said. But I think that really is a benefit to us because we really know our subscribers on a different level than people who have like millions of subscribers. Like, and pretty much anybody who comments like on our streams, like we will ask how a certain thing going on in their life is because they'll told us something and we'll remember because we don't have a million different voices going on at once. And I think that's really cool. I definitely prefer that to having like a giant fan base. So it's just it fosters a really cool connection with people, which I think is kind of the name of the game.
Y'all are the best.
Well, you are too, buddy. And one of the things that Laura likes to mention too when we're live on our streams, jokingly, but it's definitely serious, and she means it with all of her heart, is that a lot of our subscribers know us better than we know us. So they can make jokes about our
that.
personal lives, and like they'll just get it, and it feels so natural because, like they said, they've been around for so long that they know us, like we know us, and it's great.
They also know I look really good in a red shirt.
So good.
Love it, yes. So it's just how now next question is how do y'all, because being online for one thing every content creator has to deal with is the occasional hate comments and just the internet being the internet
yes.
stuff. How do y'all deal with getting hate on the internet?
I love it.
It's the best. With the exclusion of the one time we were playing Jackbox, I know this has happened to you also. When
Mhm.
you have the random idiots come in and start.
Where did Nikki
we
go?
lost he died.
Don't worry, I'm still here. The doggy's barking. Give me a moment. I'm listening though.
Okay.
Go
sure.
ahead.
But yeah, with the rare time we have like people coming in and shouting like hate things and racist things and homophobic things, it doesn't really happen with us very often. It happened one time pretty bad, and we had to like axe the stream like entirely, pretty much. But we don't really get that very frequently. We will get YouTube comments with hate stuff, but we live for that. Those are the comments that we remember. Like I could easily pull out, at least from the top of my head, at least one like funny enough hate comment that we've all gotten in a YouTube video, and you just kind of got to laugh it off because it's the internet.
Yeah.
You have to understand. You have to know that anyone with the internet shield, you could say whatever you want because you're not like a real person on the internet or whatever. So you just have to kind of laugh and roll with it. So
Also, watch the videos. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Thanks for the
The
ad
only-
revenue, nerd.
Thank you for
The
the
only-
engagement. Thank you for the engagement.
The only thing we couldn't and wouldn't stand for basically is if someone was going after other people in the chat. That's what would get to us. So like you can mock us, whatever. Like we're putting ourselves out there as a personality. Like if you want to talk shit on us, that's fine. Here's us. Do what you want with that.
Yeah.
But if you're going after somebody in the community or somebody in the chat for any reason, that's just something that we wouldn't stand for. So that's the kind of hate stuff that would get us. So I don't care if you want to call Laura a purple-haired feminazi or say that the stream was better as soon as Dan left. You can if you want to. Who cares?
True.
But if you're going to go after people in other people who are watching our content, that's what'll get us going. So that's,
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you can get fucked.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I would love to get Nikki's 2 cents. Are you still here, Nikki, or I guess
he's dead.
He agrees with us, though.
R.I.P.
We
Nikki.
talked
He's still
about
watching. He's always watching. But I want to know. I want to know his like favorite hate comment that he gets pretty much. But I'll ask him when he comes back. But is there? And also, hi there, Big Cloud Gaming. Love you, buddy. That's a homie right there. Thanks for coming by, friend. So we're getting close to the end of the questions, but basically, has there ever been a YouTube video that all you are the most proud of? And is there a video you're just like, maybe we should delete that video or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that video for you? And he's back. Welcome back. Oh, Nikki, you're so fine. But before we continue, Nikki, what was your? Oh, you have a different mic now. What's some of your favorite hate comments that you have received?
Did Laura tell you the one about her?
I already
That's
said
my
it, yeah.
favorite.
It's all of our favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
it's
Kyle-
one other- Oh, go ahead.
Say it, Nick.
Wish
Yeah,
I saved
Nick.
it.
You pretty much know it by heart, though. Kyle alluded to it, but we didn't say it. Like
I don't
verbatim.
wish.
I don't get
I
why
just
people on the
remember-
internet just hate. I don't get why women get so much hate on the internet. I don't get it. I don't.
People are
'Cause
afraid to
guys are
touch grass,
cool
so they
and
get
girls
scared
can't
when they
play
see
games.
one.
They're like, ew, cuties. Go on.
You cuties.
Yeah, I think it was someone saying that Laura was a purple-haired feminazi who unironically enjoys Amy Schumer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the
Ah.
one? Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny because like it was on our Deep Space Waifu playthrough, which is like a rail shooter with nude anime girls, which is like super up my alley because I'm a big stupid weeb, and I think I made like a basement dweller joke because we were playing the game in Dan's and Kyle's parents' basement at the time. So it makes sense. And I think they took it real personally, like it was an attack on them. But little did they know, I'm a big stupid weeaboo.
It was very fun.
So I get to say that shit.
Yeah.
But it was
the
rough.
channel.
Also, that video has over 90,000 views on it. So
90,000 views. That's
And
fucking
they won't
awesome.
let us monetize it. Well,
Yeah.
Similar to that in the new Pokemon video we're putting out Monday. They won't let us monetize either of them.
Yeah, it's so funny how your video is going viral by the amount of hate comments that you get, basically.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. I'll take it. I
Wholeheartedly
think
on
it's
that one.
funny.
But yeah, going back to the question was basically what video are y'all the most, or what YouTube video are you all the most proud of, and one that you're like, maybe we should have uploaded that video.
I have a personal favorite of mine that did not come out, but
Oh yeah, we lost
I-
that one in the first hard drive crash.
well, I think there was other reasons why it didn't come out, but I was playing Mission Impossible
Yeah.
for the Nintendo 64,
Nice.
and I was fuming angry to the point where like those three were just like yucking it up, and it was great content because I was literally in a bad mood playing this game.
I have seen Dan throw a lot of hissy fits and have a lot of breakdowns over dumb things.
Yeah.
Not anything like, oh my goodness, we need to get this man help, like always over something silly. And easily that was my favorite temper tantrum he has ever had, and he was full ham. I'm not sure how else to describe what happened.
Real life bad mood, but it made for great content. And then our computer blew up and we lost it.
Oh
I think
man,
what
I would love to
also-
see it.
What also contributed to that was you were in such a bad mood, and we were all in the background basically just singing the Mission Impossible song over you being mad. So you'd be like pissed off and screaming like, what the fuck? And we just like, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. And you were getting so much more mad every time we were doing it, and we were just losing it in the background.
I
don't even
wish
think,
I
like-
could see this.
So do we. We wish we could retrieve it too. I don't even think Nick, Laura, and I were in the video. It was
Nope.
Dan and someone who's on our channel anymore. But we were just off screen, just dying, and we couldn't help ourselves because he was just losing it.
Dan
I
got
wish-
so angry he blew up the PC with his anger, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's mine.
I have two for my videos that I like the most. Neither of them really got the attention I wish that they did, especially one of them given all the work that had to be put in. But the number one that I wish that got more views was actually a live action video, which we don't do very frequently. Which was it was a drawing Pokemon from memory thing.
Mhm.
That was gonna be my answer. You took it.
I know.
Me too.
It kind of became like a thing on the internet for a little while that people were doing, but we recorded it a long time ago. We actually had to do it basically twice. Yeah, Dan still got some of the drawings. See,
I have every
I will-
single
we
one
recorded
of
it.
them.
I will be sure to
Every
watch
single
that
one.
YouTube video then.
Please
Yay.
do. We re-recorded it and did like a new one of it a couple years ago, and there was just like a lot of effort that went into it from like everybody's side. And we put it out, and we were so excited, and we were like letting people know that it was coming, and we were amping it up everywhere. All right, you don't spoil all of them, Daniel.
But it's fun.
But it was just really good, and it was a lot of work, and Nick did a lot of really good editing, and it took him a long time editing, and I really appreciated that.
It
'cause-
took me like 3 or 4 months. Like I am not an experienced
Wow.
editor. I do this
Wow.
for fun.
Yeah, and I really appreciate all the work he put in, because there was a lot of like unusable footage and a lot of stuff he had to splice in, and he put a lot of work in. And it didn't take off, and that was really sad. 'Cause
I
it
still
felt-
don't regret that video at all, though. Even though
Oh,
it didn't
no,
get a
it's
lot
a
of
great
views,
video.
I
I'll
loved it.
watch
I
it
think
right
it came
after
out
this.
great.
My
I
boss does.
just wish it
That's my
got a little
favorite.
more traction. And the other video that I really enjoyed is we did a series for a while, since those guys go to conventions a lot, where we would ask people to suggest a game for us to play, usually because it's really hard, or they don't think we'll be able to do it, or it'll either it's impossible, or it'll just make for good content and whatever. And someone suggested that Laura and I play the original NES version of Q*bert. And
I see the
that-
steam
I
coming
mean,
out of her ears.
it
already.
controls like total dog ass.
No
But
diagonal.
I just think like that was one of those videos where like Laura and I were in like perfect comedy sync,
Yeah.
and it was just like 15 or 20 minutes of just some of the most entertaining content we've put out. Obviously, it's not going to get many views because Q*bert's not exactly a franchise people care about.
Not anymore.
Shout out to
Well,
Shane,
not ever.
aka Rerez, for the recommendation.
Yes, it was Rerez's recommendation.
Mhm.
But we played that, and I just thought it was a really good video, and I wish it got more. And for videos that I wish we could delete from the internet, basically anything right when we started our channel, because when we started we had 5 people in our party. Our friend Sam was with us as well. She still does some of our art. She's still around.
Nice.
She's just not as into the recording thing as we are, which is fine. She still helps out with the channel. But we recorded like back in the room where Nick is sitting right now, which is a tiny room that's about this big, and we had 5 people like sitting there cramped on the floor in a hot room, and we weren't experienced at recording yet. So it was
Couldn't
just
use the fan
instead of
because
4
it
people
picked up
yelling
in the
over each
mic.
other, it was 5 people yelling over each other, with like a tiny microphone about this big, held by a Rob the Robot. Like it was this jank ass setup with 5 people who didn't know what they were doing, playing on a Retron
forget about
5,
the
which
pantyhose.
sucked. Yeah, it was just a clusterfuck, for lack of a better term.
Wow, and y'all came so far since then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now
So
we're a
far.
polished turd.
Yeah, we're in a
Love
different
you.
basement.
Lois.
Yeah.
I'll just go for something like current and generic. I wish more people would watch us play Bug Snacks, so Nick would let me play Bug Snacks on the channel because
That's
I
fair.
love Bug Snacks and it's a great game.
Don't
She's
talk
always
about it.
thinking about him.
Everyone's talking about him.
Yeah, it's like bug snacks for Smash Bros. Seriously.
Please.
If you follow us on YouTube, you can watch Bug Snacks.
Dan, what?
I would love that.
Dan,
Oh,
what
I
you say?
said if you follow us on YouTube, you can watch our Bug Snacks.
Please,
Yeah,
don't.
I've heard a lot of good things. Shout out to Oblivion, Oblivy, because she is a massive fan of Bug Snacks, and she's always
Oh.
like, "Mo, play Bug Snacks, please." I'm like, "I will at some point."
Mo,
It's so good, Mo.
please.
Do it.
I'm too busy playing Undertale right now, which I am loving so far.
Finally.
It is really good.
Finally.
Yeah,
I want to ask you about that later if we have time.
go
at the
for it.
end.
Go for it.
Yay.
I mean, like if you don't ask me
What-
now, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Laura,
okay, yeah.
what's a video you'd remove, Laura?
Undertale. No, I wouldn't.
Lies.
But no, Mo, how are you liking it though?
It is so funny. The game is so fucking funny. I've had so many laugh out loud moments, and I love the combat system where I'm doing the no kill run, basically the pacifist run, I believe it's called. I love Papyrus. He is so funny. Him and Sans bickering back and forth. I love it. I'm at the part
He's a
now
cool
where
dude.
I'm at the part now where you go into a laboratory or something, and this like computer talk show thing asks you a question, and this lizard guy gives you the answers with his hand. I'm at that part right now in the game, so I believe I'm like halfway done.
I would
Yeah.
say so, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna replay it again and kill everybody, and then just go back and I guess get the real ending. But yeah, it shows that you don't need realistic graphics and AAA budget to make a good game. Like the gameplay, story, humor, boom, you're good to go. And the music, oh my god, the music. Ah, I love it. It's funny because I remember watching your playthrough of Undertale, and I'm just like, this game looks meh. But now I'm going back and watching Undertale now that I understand it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I am loving it so far.
Now you get it now. Now you know
That's,
why everyone it stands for Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
That's
still
one of
listen to
those
music
games
all the
where-
time. So.
Like,
Go ahead.
I was so happy it took off because, like, I got it at the butt end of the Kickstarter, and like a friend of mine was like, "You'd love this game. Play the demo." We played the demo, and then I was like, "Oh, I played the demo, so I can't play the demo. I need to make them play the demo because I know what's going to happen." And then everything changed because they did a couple things differently than I did, but the game remembers that, which is insane to me. It's so creepy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was great.
And
And it really launched our channel, honestly. Like, it helped us
Oh yeah.
so much.
Nikki-
Before Monster Prom, it was that.
Nikki, did you answer the proudest video question?
Kyle did steal my answer. However, I do have a secondary video that I think he forgot about that I also would like to bring up. So we kind of stopped doing it after a while because they never really took off, but we'd always do fun little April Fool's videos.
Yeah.
Like nothing like super spectacular, some silly stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And one time me and Kyle played Little Big Planet, but the entire time we played, we wrote with face cam on, and we just kept looping clips over and over again of us holding plush toys and just wiggling them at each other. That wasn't a face cam, it was just the plush toys yelling at each other.
I was a crocheted rowlet. What were you again?
I don't remember.
Come on, man.
Let me type in the face cam, and I'm sure it'll pop up.
Yeah,
You
we just
named
did,
it
like-
Puppet Pals.
So we did like 5 little like animated movements, and then Nick would
Yeah,
just loop
we
them and
pretty
try
much
and
made gifts. Oh, it was
yeah,
Chopper.
you were Chopper. That's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Nick tried to pair them up with our conversation to try and make them as like close as he could, which I thought was a nice touch.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
something minor. And again, it wasn't it wasn't like a big video. It was just more of a ha. But like, you know, when you put out a video like that, and like that took me probably like 3 or 4 hours of editing because I had to keep resyncing all the clips because they didn't line up. That was just us dicking around a couple for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, there's a lot of work that went into this.
From a viewer's perspective, God, I don't necessarily have a favorite video per se because there's so many that I love. But the ones that come to mind are the Metal Gear Rising video with Laura and Kyle. It's the whoosh whoosh noise you make, Laura, is so funny. And how like you get the sword. He's like he has one eye. You're like, why didn't they fix the other eye? That whole bit was hilarious. And then you just cut everything down. You're supposed to climb up this bridge, but you cut it down. It's so funny. I love it. And
trying to get up, I remember that.
Yeah,
untamable.
Well, you can't give a chaos goblin like Laura free reign because that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then the worms episode where Dan loses, and then the next episode he wins. That's also pretty hilarious.
Well, I noticed a trend that your favorite videos are usually the ones where Dan gets mad at stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah, because all of Cuphead I love, and the one with Jump King is just top tier. I think that's the first time we've heard Kyle actually throw something in a video. Am I correct on that, or?
That might have been
Dan did.
Yeah, Dan threw his controller and broke it.
Yes.
He threw his controller and the battery broke off the back of it.
I also think that's the reason the LB and the RB no longer work.
It's possible.
Yep.
Don't worry, Mo. We'll make him play it again.
That's so funny.
Oh, God, I will for the fans. I'll do it.
Mo, if you
Hell yeah.
haven't seen yet, Dan, when he was playing Indiana Jones on our stream, like maybe a couple months back, there's a really good part where he's in a hot air balloon and he can't figure out the mechanic. So he's just floating around the screen, and it's the three of us griefing him for like 20 minutes about an updraft. Floating him around.
I was gonna say
He's losing his mind.
there's 4 of us griefing him because it's a point and click game, and every time you click in the wrong spot, Indy goes, "Oh, seems like there's an updraft."
Oh my
So,
god, yeah.
And then
Anytime
everyone in the
Dan
chat
clicked the
was
wrong
screaming
spot.
updraft.
which is constant. And then we had people in our Discord making memes of like Dan like trying to fight against an updraft, and it was amazing.
And I cannot forget this one also, the Mickey Mouse Let's Play videos where Laura keeps saying fucking mousewife. That kills me every time.
That's a game I want to go back to.
Seriously, you should. Yeah.
That was a while ago. That was good.
Just any game with Mickey, so I can bring that stupid shtick back and abuse Nick verbally.
I was gonna say also
that's
the
just
best
every
channel
Let's Play.
dynamic, because we have different dynamics between all of us when we record together, but by far my favorite is when Laura and Nick get together, because that's just the dynamic you get. They both kind of lose themselves, and it's just unadulterated nonsense because there's no.
Yeah, I was
adult
gonna
in the
say
room.
we're either really horny or really happy or really angry, or sometimes all three.
All the above.
Yeah.
Have y'all thought about having Laura and Nick play It Takes Two, maybe?
I would love to play It Takes Two with Laura.
Yes.
That would
We'd
be
have
good.
to. Well, I guess technically you have a computer. Yeah.
Yeah, sitting right next to it.
Because if you buy that game, it gives you 2 keys, so that way you can play with a friend.
Yep.
So we only have to buy it once. You don't need to buy it twice, which is nice.
And
That's true.
Nikki has to play the wife, period.
I could do that.
Stupid rag wife.
Goddamn.
There you go.
See? You heard it here first on Motown Downtown, people. You're welcome.
Or
So,
you can say
God.
rag wife on the internet.
I can't call
That's
Nick one especially, but I did.
you're first. So the last question I have is, what are y'all's like? Well, actually, 2 questions. I'm sorry. What's like your future plans? 'Cause since you have some of your viewers watching us now, what are some of the content they can look forward to in the future from Best Spuds?
Huh.
I think
Well,
you know what?
ideally.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Laura.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, the first thing we have to do is finish our Halloween live stream game.
Mm.
We have been putting
we-
in time for Homebody.
Yeah, Mo, have you heard of that?
I have, yeah.
Game? Oh my god, it's really good.
Nice.
And it's really
We are going
hard.
through it.
It came out and everyone was like, it's okay, but I'm like, I love like
It's
escape
great.
rooms and stuff like that, and that's all that game is, which it's just a horror escape room. I was like, this is so good.
Good.
Yeah, I love a time loop concept, and we've been doing it with face cam, so that's what kind of makes it difficult for us to like
Okay.
get together to do and stream. But we want to do more of that. It's just how do we do
Difficult
that?
to get together.
Yeah,
And we can also expect a Cuphead playthrough in 2024 also, right? Playthrough or
January.
stream.
It depends. It's on the 24th.
Mo, not only can we do it, but I'll do it on face cam.
So that's a Wednesday night. That's going to be tough, but you know
All
what?
on the
We'll work on
couch.
it. We'll work on
All
it.
on the
We'll
couch.
chat.
You'll see
We'll
Dan
chat,
throw
we'll work.
something in real time.
That's right.
We'll
I
do
could
it for
have
you,
a temper
Mo.
tantrum. It is possible. I've done it once.
Yeah,
twice,
birthday is
3
coming
times.
up, but anything else they can look forward to? For Twitch or YouTube?
We're going from Twitch to YouTube for a series because back when we started doing Twitch, one of the first things we did was we were kind of playing through the newer gen Zelda games. So we streamed through Ocarina of Time, streamed through Majora's Mask.
Yes.
People were always asking when we were going to continue doing Zelda games, and now that we finally got Laura on the Zelda train, so we're starting to record Twilight Princess, and I'm looking forward to putting those out and getting deeper into that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I think that's like one of the main newer Zelda games that Laura hasn't touched like at all. Because even before she was like a big Zelda person, she still did like and play Wind Waker. I had her play through Ocarina of Majora, so she did play through those, but she kind of has no concept with Twilight Princess. So it's interesting to see someone go through a game like that totally fresh.
I would
I know
love
she
to play
was-
Twilight Princess on my Switch if they would port the fucking game to the Switch. Nintendo, port Wind Waker and Twilight Princess to the Switch, please.
I agree.
Carry on, please.
I never
you're
finished Wind Waker, so that's one of those games that I've always. Don't make that face. I've told you that more than once.
And I make this face every time.
You know what? That makes sense. Actually, continue. I never finished Wind Waker because, like, I beat Ocarina of Time, but I beat that as a grown-ass man on 3DS. I never beat it when I was a kid.
Okay.
Majora's Mask I never beat because, again, I was a baby and scared. And then I got towards the end of Wind Waker, but I don't remember where I stopped. I think it was on the bridge because I think I crossed the bridge and then I don't remember anything
replay
else.
it. Yeah, we can.
Oh, wait, no,
definitely
that's the
replay
thing
it.
that's happening. I just got to find a way to make it work gooder.
Right. Well, like
Well,
Mo
we
said,
always-
we've been we started doing the filming for Twilight Princess, and it's been going well so far. So
Nice.
I like that you call
we-
it filming. It sounds fancier.
I
Yes, we're
know.
very fancy.
We've-
Well, we
we've
are
started
award winning.
filming.
Weren't you here
Yes,
before?
award winning.
But
How?
we always planned on streaming Wind Waker, but we kind of got into this internal debate over who was going to play because we all kind of wanted to, and then it kind of got complicated because we stream at night generally, and Laura got a night job, and that kind of complicated things because that was a stream we definitely all wanted to do together because we all wanted to be part of it. And then Laura got a night job, and then COVID. There was a lot of moving parts that kind of stopped that from happening. So I'm kind of glad we're getting back to it.
All right.
That
So
reminds me, Laura, with your night job, whatever happened to that arcade?
Okay.
Yeah, the one you were watching.
Oh. Too many kids died. Shut down. They
Oof.
don't serve pizza anymore.
Oof.
That makes sense.
I think it's a laundromat now.
That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, I was only making
Laundromats are
like
way more necessary than arcades.
they're only giving me
True.
like 3 something an hour too. So like
So the last question I have is if you wake up one day and you get an email from Twitch saying you are officially partnered on Twitch, what is the very first thing you would do?
why?
Buy a cup of hot chocolate. We've made a joke that we continue to make, even though we are technically making money on the channel every year. It's not a lot, but we're
That's
making enough.
true.
But we always make a joke that when we make our first $1 that we're gonna buy a hot chocolate and share it between me and Laura. But we just haven't done it. I don't know why.
He won't buy it for me.
I don't have
even
access
need-
to the card. You guys took it away.
we
It's true.
continue to make that joke, even though we used the Spud Fund to buy ourselves a new computer.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, but that wasn't
And-
hot chocolate.
thanks to
You're right.
all of our subscribers and followers for that.
Subscribe to Best Buds right now, please. Yes, and thank you. Go on.
If we became partners, I would be very excited just because, we started this channel 9 years ago next month with the intention of just playing video games with our friends. We had no intention to, get big or, make money or anything like that. It was just to goof around, but, it's more motivating knowing that, we have a following and, specific people that have been with us for so long. We love doing it for them. So, just being able to provide the content is really fun.
And by the way, Laura, I know you're probably reading the chat, but whenever you look off camera, it looks like you're giving Nikki the death stare, pretty much.
I mean, he probably is also.
Yeah.
They have a secret face.
That's
cam
the
on the
thumbnail
other side.
right there. That's the thumbnail. The stare death, the stare off.
That's so good. Oh, poor Nick.
So yeah. So now we're gonna wrap things up now with the fan favorite section of the show called Top 10 Questions on Motown Downtown.
Top 10 questions. You got the questions. Top 10 questions.
No, I like little
got the
bubbles.
answers. Top 10.
Ooh.
Top 10. Top 10.
Oh, that's the 3DS I wanted.
Better get your answers ready.
Oh, the Pokemon one?
Yeah.
Where
That's
I'm
nice.
going to ask my guests 10 questions courtesy of Inside the Actor's Studio. Now, we did this last time, so we'll do it again, but this time, y'all have to give completely different answers. So basically, you can't use the word cunt as a answer, and the
Yes.
answer, also you can't use Nikki as an answer. Just so you know.
Fine.
So,
Can't say cunt, Nikki. Is there any other restrictions I need to put on my notepad?
that's it. So let's have some different answers, basically, but are y'all ready?
Ready?
Sure.
Oh,
All
I
right.
don't remember our answers, so hopefully we don't repeat too many. Let us know if we do.
Alright, so the first question is, what is your favorite word?
Oh, Nick, don't do it.
Nick?
So you
You
said
can't
I
s-
can't say the C word, right?
Yes.
Just to clarify,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what if it's a different word that starts with C?
that's fine.
Huck.
Okay.
True.
Very, very, very big fan of that word. I don't like what it means, but it sounds really fun to say.
I'm gonna steal a Nickism and go bet.
You do say bet a lot.
I love bet now.
It's not clutch, Daniel.
It
Not
used to be.
anymore.
Clutch
We
was
moved
probably
on to
last
Clutch.
year.
It was.
Laura?
Is ya a word, Mo?
Yeah.
Just that.
The word yeah.
Yeah.
I think the correct answer is you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go with that, yeah. So, what is your least favorite word?
Haha, Kyle. Pipe.
See, this is where I said Nikki last time. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't like
clutch.
Mm. Kyle's is salad.
Yeah.
That's my least
hates
favorite
it.
concept, for sure. I will also say that Laura's least favorite word is space.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Yeah.
Also a
Anything called
concept.
A something space. She can't stand it.
Mm.
Like a
Pretentious.
workspace or a crawl space.
More like an art space or a
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
think space.
It's a pretentious-y thing.
Nikki?
Stupid.
Eat space.
Nikki, we're waiting for...
Vegetable.
Vegetable?
Vegetable.
Your least
Like
favorite
the kind
word.
on your plate when you ate meat. The gross green things and the orange things, I don't like those.
And Dan, I don't think we heard yours yet.
Hype.
Huh?
Hype.
Hype?
You say hype
You
all the
love
time.
the word hype.
Yeah, liar. I hate Dan. Dan's my least favorite word.
Nice. I agree.
Yeah, that's on the table. So, what makes you happy?
Sleep. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna amend that. When you're asleep and you wake up and you don't have a thing that you immediately need to do, and you're in that space where you have the option of when you could fall back asleep or just lay there in bed and do nothing,
I like that.
that is the moment. That is the moment where I am happy.
That is good. I'm gonna say anime, but not recently.
That's fair. You need to watch the one when it becomes a vending machine. It's pretty great.
That is what I'm missing in my life.
Nick, you know what makes me happy?
Sunshine and Buttercups?
The Mets, baby.
I was like, no, you said that last time. Verbatim.
I probably said my cats last time.
Yeah, you
Most
probably
likely.
Ugh, or you said something gross like your friends.
did. Ew.
No. Pass.
Nikki, did you give your answer yet?
What
Meat.
makes me happy?
Meat.
Steak.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that
Thankfully,
the
you have
A1.
your A1 sauce too.
Yep. Get that sponsorship.
Sponsored
There
by
it is.
A1.
There
Use
she
code
is.
use code Nikki and get 10% off.
NIKKI.
You
Speaking
get
of
a
which-
1% discount. Oh.
Nick,
can
you
see the
charging your
horrible shape
phone?
of his desk.
I
am
He didn't charge his
charging my
phone.
phone.
Behind the
Nick.
scenes.
There's
We're
a
seeing all your
Laura.
stuff.
There's Laura within a Laura.
Clever.
How much me?
So, what makes you upset besides Nikki?
That was the answer.
Yeah,
last
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
time.
There we go.
If we're going for a real answer, I'll go videos that we really, really, really enjoy that get no love on the internet.
Okay.
Or like we work really hard to make and we know it's good and then no one watches it. Deflating.
When I talk too close to my microphone and nothing picks up when I'm on stream, but I said something really funny, and then it's not funny if I say it again.
Fair. I'm upset when there aren't just not enough hours in the day. I feel like I need like a specific amount of time to decompress in my day between the things that go on, or else I just get myself all worked up. So I definitely get upset if I don't have decompression time.
Okay.
Sticky.
I'm upset about the Mets.
Bad season. Terrible.
You're right.
And the Red Sox and the New York team A and B. Oh, and the Jets. That's the one. The Jets.
Mm.
I'm very
Mhm.
upset about the Jets.
Nick loves the Jets.
And
I
their
do,
quarterback.
but they're just doing real bad this quarter.
Nick, Aaron who?
Hanson?
Yeah.
I
That's
really
him.
thought you were gonna say Hernandez. So you know what? That's a better answer.
So-
Laura gets that joke now.
So the next
Good
question is, what sound or noise do you love?
Aw.
The dinging of the oven. That means my food is ready.
You said that last time.
I did? Really?
Yeah. I remember it.
shit.
Yeah.
Haha, idiot.
Okay.
The
Stupid.
dinging of the final bell when my
Because
day is
I
over.
actually went back and watched the episode and remembered all of your answers. So yeah.
Good for you.
Oh my god, that's so funny, Kyle. Free will is not
Think
real.
of something.
Simulation. So Kyle, what sound or noise makes you happy?
Loop back around to me. I have to think of a new one while they answer theirs.
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
going the dinging of the final bell at work.
Okay.
I got mine. The original startup noise from the original PlayStation.
that's
said that last time.
that's the one that Dan said also last time.
What the fuck?
I was just making it up.
That's
Did he
so-
really say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I swiped my other answer.
Great
back.
sound.
Well,
All
so
right, loop back to me. Loop
yeah.
back.
Nikki, what sound or noise makes you happy?
Whenever Wisp goes poop.
Oh my god.
Oh, Wispy.
So cute. That's an internet cat, Mo. I don't know if you've ever seen her. She's really cute.
Nice.
She's sick, but when she poops, that means her day is good, and I love it when she goes.
Yeah. She looks like a dirty little napkin. It's really cute.
She does.
Fair.
I also love when the puppy goes woof too. It's very annoying, but every time she does, I just want to pick her up and kiss her. I hear her barking downstairs, and I want to go downstairs and kiss her on the head.
How about you, Laura?
I like the Korok noise when you find one.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good.
Every time I pick something up, I just yeah.
And
Makes me
also
happy.
when you're torturing them, they're like, "Yay!"
Oh, or they're the scream when
Yeah.
you like chase them with like one of the skeleton heads, and they
Yeah.
go yeah. Chef's kiss.
Hi,
So
Kitty.
good.
Kevin.
Oh,
So Kyle,
How'd you catch
so
the
Kyle,
follow-up?
we have a drum roll. What sound or noise makes you happy?
I will go with Now that I've got Zelda on the brain, I was gonna say in Ocarina of Time, but it's also Majora's Mask. If you go off too high of a jump and he lands, you take damage. He gets that like noise that he makes.
Yeah.
It's really stupid, but everyone knows exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a stupid and ridiculous noise. But what makes me really happy is thinking about what they had to do in the studio to record that. Like, what are the blocking notes for that noise? Like, what do you tell them? Like, oh, can we just have you make a noise that sounds like what do you even say?
You're
So
in pain.
just-
You just landed on your feet from 100 feet.
Yeah, but how does that come to like it just I don't know. It makes me happy. That's a good noise.
Gotcha. So, what sound or noise do you hate?
My alarm. Now say I said it last time.
I
No,
think you
last time it was
did.
Nicky.
Uh-huh.
It was Nick. I said
the
Nicky
notes.
last
It
time.
was I was definitely it, and I think I was
Yeah.
everyone's answer if I recall that one.
Yeah, I said
think
Nick and
so.
everyone agreed.
That's a good answer.
So now it's my alarm.
Hmm.
I do hate my alarm.
I
Nails
think,
on a.
I think everyone does.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate the sound of a sports announcer named Joe Buck. I hate his voice and I hate
Wow.
his face, and I just want to punch him in his
Ouch!
face.
Ouch! Tell us how
Nice.
you really feel.
So
Mm.
I might have said this last time because this sound truly drives me insane.
The chalkboard
But
one.
there's.
Yeah.
Did I say that last
I
time?
think so. Yeah.
Because it's in what's that game? Rule of Rose in the pause screen when you're selecting things, and it does the like chalkboard noise. Horrendous. So I'll say Nikki.
It's not
If I
cop
said
out,
that
it's
already.
true.
Ba-da-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Bob.
All right, Nikki, your turn. What sound or noise do you hate?
The sound of a Sharpie on a dry cardboard box.
I'm cringing now. Just
Oh,
imagine that
okay.
sound. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I thought
That-
you were gonna
Anytime
do
I have to send shipments back, or anytime I have to send a box to another like place, it's just all. Ugh.
Yeah. Kyle, were you gonna say
Actually-
something?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a second answer also to make up for my debacle in the last round.
Is it me?
Another sound that I hate, which is kind of a universal thing, is people on speakerphone in public.
Ah.
Yeah, good one.
Yes, anybody who puts on their speakerphone and has like yelling conversations with their phone out, like in any public place, whether it's a store or a mall or a bus or anything, just fucking use your phone like an adult. No one wants to hear
Like,
the rest of your conversation.
I don't think you said that answer last. I think it was someone else, but I remember someone saying that answer last time too.
I
But it's
think that
fine.
was actually me last time, and I've grown as a person. So when that happens in my store now, I do my best to make sure I greet that customer specifically, very loud and
Gotcha.
abrasively.
All right, best buds. What is your favorite curse word?
Nick,
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Nick.
No,
You know what? I'm gonna say my favorite curse word is cunt. Nick.
you can't. He said in the
Ooh.
beginning, you can't say cunt or Nikki.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm joking.
I know
don't-
you guys
I don't
are
think
the
that way.
cunt lovers, like I said last time, but let's have none of that this time. Let's have original answer. That's non-cunt-like
Wow.
ansers.
It's like you read our business
Curse
card.
word, but we can't
Yeah.
say cunt. Hmm.
So true.
That's a
And I
tough
know
one.
last time I said fuck.
Are there any other curse words?
Sure.
There's six. There's like what's his name had a whole spiel about it.
Yeah.
There's a handful.
You can't say them on TV. Yeah.
Yeah. The 12 words you can't say on TV. I forget the comedian's name.
Was it George Carlin?
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Bullshit motherfucker ass tits and dicks. I think it is.
Yeah.
You can't say tits on TV.
No,
You couldn't then. You can now.
you can. Never mind.
Yeah.
didn't know
You can say
that.
bitch on TV now too. Like the rules are all very relaxed.
You're
Oh,
allowed
I know.
one.
This
you're
is
allowed
actually
one
the
F
first time
word.
I've had guests think about their favorite curse words.
Well, it's,
Well,
it's
you
tough
gave
because
me a
you've had us
caveat
back
because
twice.
it's definitely a different one that I'm gonna say, but I have one that I like a lot, but I feel like it's underused, and I'm okay with that.
Hit us.
The word bastard.
Okay.
It's very, very abrasive, and regardless of the context you're using it in, it just always feels like it's looped into a sentence it shouldn't be looped into.
I got a good one because of Nick.
Super
Yeah,
old-timey.
I'm gonna jump in on bastard because that is the reason for the first time I was ever grounded. Because when I was in, I think, second grade, I saw Die Hard for the first time, and I called Dan a bastard because I heard it in the movie, and then Dan picked up our landline and called my mother to tell her that I called him a bastard.
Yes, Chad, they are brothers in IRL, in case we haven't made that clear, but go on.
So Dan ran to the phone, which was probably a shoe phone even, and called my mother to tell on me for calling him a bastard, and I got grounded for it.
All right.
So thanks, Dan. And
don't
thanks,
remember
Bruce
that.
Willis.
Tattletale ass bitch.
So-
That's
my
your
God.
favorite curse word. That's your favorite curse word, right? What you just said.
Yeah, if ass and bitch can be one hyphenated curse word, it is
Bitch ass. Bitch ass is
bitch.
great.
That
Yeah,
works.
bitch ass, whatever, something something ass bitch. Incredible. Good combo.
I don't know if mine's a curse word or not, but it's inappropriate and it's funny.
Don't
But
say
just like-
slurs.
I won't. I just.
Or
the
we will
word-
ban you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. The word wiener.
That's
Just
close
calling
enough.
someone a wiener is just
Fucking
very-
It's not a
wiener.
curse word, but it's a funny
You
word.
nerdy ass wiener.
Yeah,
See?
I think
Now I feel offended because you said that to me.
like PP.
Did Kyle, did you answer?
I jumped in with bastard just because I have lore behind it.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so what profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Weatherman.
I think you said that last time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we
think
said
you
that
too.
last time.
Base
Because
jam.
I think that's like your actual dream job, if I recall.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I like the concept of weather, and I like
I'm stupid.
The concept of weather.
sure. It's
I'm
just,
not letting
yeah.
you get away with that.
I
We'll
love
be
when sometimes
together,
it's
whatever the
sunny,
weather, whether we like it or not.
and then it rains sometimes.
rain's cool, snow's cool, hail's cool, severe weather's great.
The best
Alright,
spuds,
concept
everybody.
of
This is
weather.
why I love them.
Fuck you, Dan. That is the most Dan shit you could have ever said.
Thank you.
My favorite thing about the weather is the colors.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're now the paint stir at Sherwood Williams.
Crying.
Good.
Sometimes weather can kill you, but that's okay because I'm Dan. I'm a wiener.
Dan the weather wiener.
Yeah, maybe it is a curse word. It does feel great.
Yeah, we're just rubbing it in. He's not even making any faces over there because he's trying to hold back. his
Now
tears.
how about you, Kyle and Laura and Nikki? What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Oh
I
my
can't be a professional
god.
heckler, unfortunately. Growing up, I always kind of wanted to be an actor, which I think it's such like a typical thing to say, but I always thought it'd be neat. I get really into stories, so I always like movies and shit. So I don't know. I've always the concept of stories. Fuck you, Dan. But I always thought acting was cool. I was technically when I was 5, I was a bit part in a movie, and I was 5, so that doesn't fuel into this at all. But just the experience of like being on set and stuff was really cool. So I think it'd be really cool to try being an actor.
Okay, how about you, Nikki?
I was gonna say white mage, but now I feel like I've been out talked.
I thought you were gonna say white man.
Like
You know
I mean,
what white
yeah.
men love? The weather.
my credit card.
Oh, because when you're white, you have one perfect credit score. Yes.
I was gonna say. I think I said last time. Did I say blacksmith last time?
I think so. Yeah.
Damn it. Because that's just like, I love working with my hands, and I would just love the idea to forge metal. Like, you need to have a whole different body type for that.
Well, maybe you can be
I'm
a hand model then, Nikki.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh.
Now, Nick, do you think this is your inner Nigel Thornberry? Because you're going to do this with your hands.
Oh! Stupid.
Laura, did you answer?
Not yet. So since YouTuber is not technically my real job, there's a girl I've been watching for a little while, and her YouTube channel, it's about her going to like different events and then reporting on them. And they're not like, you know, the Grammys or the, you know, award shows or things like that. She'll go to like a ghost hunting convention, and then she'll go on a cruise ship that's based around like, what's that book? Gone Girl. Like things you would never expect to exist. And she goes alone, and she meets people there, and she'll like review the event and go as not a YouTuber, but just as a patron.
Yeah.
And I think that is the coolest job, because I just want to go around and like be super nosy and get in everyone's business and just experience a whole bunch of stuff. Like hopefully comped by my channel. That's
nice.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what profession would you not like to attempt?
Marathon runner. Anything with running, it just can't happen. Just can't.
Salary man.
Coal miner.
Coal miner. Okay.
Yeah, sounds very claustrophobic.
Well, what about the lady on TikTok who's digging a mine in her basement? I do want to be her also.
That's different though. The possibility of a cave-in in your basement is way too small, because then Costa will bail you out with water and snackies.
I don't know about that.
You're right. He would eat all the snackies.
Is that your answer, Laura?
No. What would I not want to be? I don't want to ever serve at a restaurant. Not because it's not a good job, but because I don't want to work with the public anymore.
I think, I could be wrong, I think that was your answer last time, Laura. I think.
Oh, sorry.
I can see that being your answer, because I 100% agree with it. The idea of working at a restaurant is my personal nightmare.
Say Nikki.
Well, that's cool, because literally, I think about it all the time.
Being me?
I think about if Nick worked in a restaurant, like as like a chef, like in the back of a busy restaurant. Like I would pay cash dollars, however much you need from me, to watch you work as like a line cook in a really busy restaurant, and
I
just
cannot
watch
stress
you
enough.
unfurl.
I would just break, because I would literally be going to wash my hands every 2.5 seconds after touching anything, and they'd be like, no, I need you over here. And I'm like, no, I need to clean my hands. You don't understand.
Just every part of that experience, you would blow up the sides of your shoes like 8 different times on a shift.
Oh yeah.
Like every part of that experience, you would just like, wah.
Yeah.
I used to be a busboy for a while. Didn't last very long though.
You kept eating the food off the plates.
It was good.
Are you gonna finish that?
Yeah. So what's your answer, Laura?
Pediatric nurse, because kids are gross.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not.
Any job where you deal with food and kids, like at Chuck E. Cheese, no, thank you. I would never want that job myself personally. So, last question is: if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I bet I said this last time. Here is Legend of Dragoon 2.
Yes, that was it. Yeah.
At least I called it out this time, because that's all I want in life. Loop back around.
Are you saying what would he say, or what do I want him to say? 'Cause
What would
those are
you
two
like to
different
hear
things.
God? What would you like to hear God say?
Oh, okay.
I'm selling this GameCube lot for $20. Are you interested?
Said that last. Aw. I don't want him to say anything to me. I just want him to hand me my cat.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So cute. I miss him.
I think what I would like to hear God say is, "Don't worry, Nick went to the other place."
Best answer.
Nick's also not dead when you're dying.
Yeah, I still got
Nick
another
is going
40
to the
years
other place.
before I die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want God to say anything to me. I just want him to put his hand on my shoulder and just do like the thing that dads do in the sitcoms when they're like, "I'm proud of you." They just give you the nod. Just
Nice. Nice.
That's good.
There.
Pat
Nice.
on the
Well,
back.
well, boys
not
and
even the pat on the back, just on the shoulder,
No,
and then he'll just
no.
walk past me. We'll never speak again.
That'll do, pig.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
one more round of applause for the funniest guest we've had on the show. We've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes. A lot longer than I thought, because y'all are just that fucking awesome. But
Everyone shut up.
before we
Very
go,
true.
we're going to raid. We're going to raid my friend Taipu. But any last minute departing words before we go?
Thank you.
Make sure you all watch the season finale of Motown Downtown this season, because the guest we know, I don't know if you guys know, I'm not gonna tell you, is really cool, and it's a really big guest. So make sure you're there for that.
It's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
I have a question
hanging
for
out with
Mo.
us.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
You said there were 2 words that we couldn't say. Can I say them now?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cunt.
And we have
There you go. You got the audio system, huh? Well, I'll be sure
Yeah,
for
it
whenever
was
we
deep
do.
down in there. I needed to let it up.
Let the cunt free. Yes, let my cunts
Let
free.
the cunt flow.
But yeah, whenever we do season 4, I'll be sure to invite you guys back. You can say all the cunts you would like to say. But yeah, so
This is why we love you, Mo.
yeah, so before we raid my friend Typool, I'll let y'all decide what the raid message is going to be. It's not cunt. It's not cunt. It's not cunt. No.
It can't be hashtag free the cunt, Nikki.
Yes, we're rating a female streamer, so we can't use that word.
so we
Oh.
also
Well, I mean, I feel
things
like
that
for
are
someone we don't know, it's probably still best not to use
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. So bitch ass is probably out of the question.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can it be something about the weather for Daniel?
Anything you like.
How much does an elephant weigh? Enough to break the ice.
All right,
Ooh.
we'll do
Oh.
that. So yes, everyone, stay tuned. And also, let's get one more shout out for our best buds, please. Follow them on YouTube, follow them on Twitch, sub to them on Twitch. They will definitely be back when we do season 3, because this is fucking hilarious. I love it, yes. And yes, everyone, before we go, before the raid ends, stay tuned, because now we're going to announce the next guest for Motown Downtown. And I will be back on the 15th, because next weekend I'm going to California for the Game Awards. Hell yes. So yeah, I'll see you all on the 15th. Love y'all to death. Have a nice weekend. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye!
Next time on Motown Downtown.
So bad at this one. Good lord, I can mash the A button as fast as I possibly can, and that's just coming
Seriously,
last
like,
anyway.
Tisha Kokiri, what are your fingers made of vibrators?
Apparently!
Oh my god.
Wow!
Motown Downtown. Come on down to Motown Downtown.
Yeah, basically, it was kind of one of those getting to know you sort of activity. Well, activity. do not take that out of context.
Come on down to Motown Downtown.
Go.